Welcome back, beautiful people. I hope you guys are doing so well. I just wanted to give you guys, I guess kind of like a quick shout out. I'm very grateful for all of you who watch my videos and feel compelled to click on it and get whatever guidance or support that you require in the moment. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. It really means the world to me. So today I felt very called to pick a pile or pick a crystal on what lessons you are learning in this incarnation. And then we will also get into what your guides feel like can support you through these lessons during this lifetime. So I have two piles. I've actually pre-shuffled both of them. We have pile 1 with the citrine crystal, and then pile 2 with the hematite. I hope this resonates with you guys. I hope the messages are clear and you can take something away from this video. Please leave me a comment down below what you think. Hit that subscribe button. And yeah, like the video if you like it, dislike it if you don't. And we will now move on to pile 1. Hello, pile 1. Yeah, you chose like one of my favorite crystals, I'd say. So this is a beautiful citrine crystal right here. This is your reading if you chose this crystal. So I'm first going to start off with a bit of tarot for you guys that I pre-shuffled, then some oracle, and then we'll finally move on to the messages from your angels on what can support you. So I'll put the messages from your angels here. All right, so I've barely tapped into your energy and looked at the cards, so let's see what we're working with. Okay, we have the Emperor, the Four of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so right off the bat, something that I'm sensing for you guys is that in this incarnation, you're really being called to do a couple of things actually here, but they're all slightly, well, not slightly, they're all heavily interconnected with one another. So in this lifetime, you're being called to become a leader, to understand what boundaries mean and how to set them, how to follow through with them. Because through setting boundaries and through doing things that in some ways make us feel uncomfortable, we are actually able to recognize our power and the potential that we hold, not only for ourselves, but one that we can instill in others. Here with the Hanged Man and the Four of Cups, I'm getting this feeling that for very specific reasons, you in this lifetime are probably going to spend time alone, time in contemplation, time in meditation, with the Queen of Swords as well, time in your head, mentally thinking about how you can proceed in different situations and act differently than you have before, how you can incorporate different aspects of what you've learned through different experiences in order to embody this power, this noble, humble energy that I think for a lot of you is actually your core essence, what your soul kind of feels like to me. You feel very humble and put together, yet very firm and strong. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, something that you could be facing is a lot of emotional turmoil in this lifetime. It could be that spirit is kind of calling you into situations with people, but mostly with yourself, where you are kind of, I want to say for a long period of time, a lot of you guys maybe were denying yourself your emotions, or you could still be in the space where you're not really letting yourself feel the totality of things that are going on around you. I feel like another reason that you don't let yourself feel what comes up for you is probably because you need to learn how to balance the higher chakras. So I'm really seeing third eye, but mostly crown chakra. You could get a lot of downloads, but with an unbalanced crown chakra, what tends to happen is severe overthinking. Somewhere in between this overthinking and this kind of innate ability that you have to function or operate from these higher chakras with this Hanged Man is the truth that you actually seek, the truth that will essentially set you free. I believe that that's probably why you are being called to spend time in contemplation, spend time alone, really diving deep into these uncharted territories of your mind and mostly of your heart here. Virgo could be relevant. Water signs could be relevant as well. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Air signs as well. So Virgo, like I said before, Gemini, Aquarius. There's something here about you overcoming difficult times in order to create and build a form of stability. The stability, I really feel that for you guys, this is a sense of emotional stability. This is basically, I'm almost hearing your guides tell me that, you know, you need to learn how to control your emotions in this lifetime, because your emotions are leading to overactivated other centers in your body that are essentially like pulling you into one extreme when you know that the place to be is in the center. To become this noble and strong Queen of Swords here, there's a lot of phases that you guys go through. And Spirit is saying embrace those phases, okay? If you're in a spot where, you know, you're feeling negative, or you're going through a time where you feel unsure about what's happening in your life and what's to come next, Spirit is saying embrace that. Because it is through these transformations that we undergo that we unlock and recognize our actual potential. As I say unlock, I'm getting another message for some of you that you are extremely powerful communicators. You are the type of person that you use your words in such a way that it's like clicking and unlocking different closed off parts and other people. So I'm going to move on to your oracle to see what lessons you are learning in this lifetime. Let me make sure it's all in the frame. Okay. So we have going forward, forgiveness, trust. So there's something just about, you may feel like in the past or even right now, you're in a part or a phase of your life where you are quote unquote making the wrong decisions. You are handling things in a way that you feel like you don't want to, or you know that you can do better. One of your lessons here is to, like I was saying, embrace this process, embrace the transformation, and embrace the climb. That's a song, The Climb, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the lyrics could be relevant. Having this internal faith that the guidance that you seek is actually through the process of transformation. It's through this process of uncertainty that you go through, right? This is telling me, like showing me, and I'm getting the word uncharted territories again. So in this lifetime, you could be faced with a lot of new experiences, new types of relationships, and friendships with people, ones where they're kind of like you've never met people like this before, and even to parts of your soul it feels unfamiliar because you've made contracts with these people before you've come down to learn new things together, to activate one another. With forgiveness, there's something here about honoring your emotions, learning how to accept, I literally wanted to say accept thyself. So you guys could be really into reading as well. There could be a certain time period that you feel very connected too, for some of you. Maybe there was something in that lifetime that you didn't complete, and so in this lifetime now you are kind of wrapping up what it was that you didn't complete then. Then we have change in reverse. So I'm saying that, or I'm seeing that you could handle change difficultly. You could, I don't want to say have a problem with change, but there's something here about you almost fearing it, though feeling excited about it at the same time. It's almost like there's parts of yourself, and I really want to hone into the heart chakra right now, is what I'm feeling, is like you need to love every aspect of yourself. You need to love the parts of yourself that hold fear in order to release that fear, to forgive those feelings that come up to you, honoring the moon. Maybe your moon sign is important here as well. With the way that change is kind of coming across to me, it's like you could be an earth sign. I'm seeing Taurus for some reason, so you could really like routine, or really like, and Virgo again with the routine, but like things to kind of be comfortable, and you like to stay sort of in the one place that you're in, and you know, new things are scary for you. New things do make you feel fearful, and make you feel a little bit unbalanced. But I think that that's why you've chosen this life and have a contract where you are being almost, I want to say, lovingly forced to step outside of your comfort zone and engage in these new experiences. I think that maybe in the past, or even now, you could try to control the things around you, or the way that people behave, in order to create this sort of safe space for yourself. But what ends up happening is that the moment that you try to control it, you kind of have like 10 times the pushback, where Spirit is saying, nah, you're not gonna do that. You will go outside of your comfort zone because this is what's best for you. Yeah, so we have taking risks in reverse. You're just worried. You're worried to take risks. There's so much about it that I feel like brings up anxiety for you guys. But what Spirit is saying is that this sort of mentality is only really going to keep you in one place. You're going to have to repeat the cycles over and over and over again until you wish to really genuinely accept what's happening for you, because this is where your real blessings lie. Your blessings lie in, I'm almost seeing like a ladder and or stairs, and climbing up enough of them to where you reach a point where the next step you're going to take is finally going to be showing you the fruits of your labor. Like, it's going to be a clear indication that all of these risks you took, and this going outside of your comfort zone, really was worth it. There really is something so bright waiting for you on this other side, or if you continue to move in this direction. You have such incredible potential. You're a very flowy person. And maybe this is a part of you that you kind of deny yourself of. Maybe you relate and associate with being someone who's like a homebody, or somebody who, you know, has trouble in crowds, or doesn't know how to strike a conversation with anyone on the street. But this is actually not your soul essence. Your soul essence is very secure and sure in the fact that, you know, with this Emperor, you're able to make different connections. You're able to communicate with whomever, however, in order to support yourself in building this empire, in building this strong, stable foundation here that you have around yourself, which is also then going to act like a protective barrier. And now that's making me think about boundaries, about how you need to make boundaries with yourself and with other people. This is like the protective shield that will actually keep you out of situations where things aren't meant for you, or stuff that you need to move on from, that you're no longer in that vibrational state, so it doesn't resonate with you, and you're actually going to be able to determine and decipher, because I'm getting that maybe, you know, some of your lessons too is dealing with manipulative people, and being able to decipher between what is true and what is not true, what the real intuition is telling you versus what these anxious thoughts here with the, I don't want to move the card, but with the Queen of Swords really mean. Especially with the Hanged Man, it's like seeing the truth, seeing the wisdom in these situations that maybe otherwise, you know, would drive you to a point of even greater discomfort. That's what I'm seeing. I'm really seeing like movement in one direction only to get catapulted into the opposite direction. And I feel like Spirit and, you know, your soul and your angels and your ancestors you've chosen to set it up this way. You've chosen to set it up, whether or not that's what you believe in, but that's what I'm picking up on, is like you've chosen to make it kind of hard for yourself to have a lot of wiggle room when it comes to escaping the lessons that you need to learn. Now I'm being brought to Pisces as well. So in the past, you may have had some kinds of coping mechanisms or ways that you would use escapism to flee from, is that a word, fleet? From your actual reality, from what was happening in front of you, though that probably had some kind of negative effects on you. Maybe there was a situation that happened where it was like something super extreme and scary happened when you reached a point where, you know, your angel said, okay, no more of this. We need to show you that this is not the correct path. So something crazy is going to happen. I'm hearing horrible. I don't want to like paint it as that, but that's just what I'm picking up. So maybe you did really go through something super traumatic or extreme is really what I'm feeling, that kind of threw you in the opposite direction. And maybe now you're in a place where you're sitting with that and you're really unaware of, you know, where to kind of go next. I think if you have earth sign relevant as well, like another thing could be like control. Scorpio as well, you could feel like you need to have control of certain situations, even if that means having chaotic control, and that's not necessarily serving you. Again, I'm picking up, you are very divinely protected and guided. So if you keep brute forcing one way that you're not, or one path that you're not meant to be on, you know, even here, the main road that we see is very visible, but in the background here, we have a bunch of different paths that could be taken. And I think that's what Spirit is urging you to do. Now I'm picking up that for some of you, it could be that you've planned out your whole life. You already know when you want to get married and when you want to have kids and what kind of job you're going to work and when you're going to work it and how long you're going to work it for. And actually, you're here to embrace the opposite. You're here to embrace the unknown, to come out of spontaneity is what you're here to embrace. Some of you could have Sagittarius North Node. It's about seeing the bigger picture in taking risks and seeing the bigger picture and diving into things that are unfamiliar. There's so much beauty, so much delight and pleasure and love when you choose to lean into change. You're learning how to, in this incarnation, how to really feel into your emotions. You're understanding that there's levels to this shit, especially when you spend time in contemplation, especially when you learn that sometimes we need to turn off the mind in order to actually see what's going on. Because the mind will feed us a load of crap until we know how to control the mind, which is why boundaries are so important for you, right? But until you figure out what those boundaries are for you and what they look like, you need to feel into your body. You need to allow for your body to show you what perspective you need to take on, or what place you need to go next. And I think that for some of you, you're beginning this path. You're in the beginning stages of this journey. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. So next, I'm going to pull some oracle cards, and this is going to be on like what your guides feel like is going to help support you through you learning these lessons, or through learning these lessons in this lifetime. So just want to make sure you guys can see the cards. We have soul. The energy of the soul activates our connection to the part of us that is closer to the higher realms, God, or the divine. We have fifth chakra. The energy of the throat chakra supports our ability to communicate. Sorry, I just didn't want to get the cards mixed up. To communicate clearly and truthfully. We have intimacy. The energy of intimacy supports us trusting that we are safe to allow closeness. First chakra. And I actually got one extra card for you guys. So we have tenderness and commitment. So right off the bat, the first thing I'm being drawn to here is actually the first chakra. The root chakra supports our sense of safety in the physical world and reminds us to enjoy our physical bodies. Exactly. You gravitate towards keeping yourself in a space where you feel secure and stable, but that actually hinders you from allowing to feel all of the other beautiful array of emotions and experiences that are meant for you because of this. You could, your guides are definitely calling you to do more root chakra meditations. And even if you're not meditating on it, be curious, search on it, see what you can learn about the root chakra. If it doesn't resonate with you in any way, see, go on like a little hunt, a little exploration for finding new things and learning new things. This is a small way that you can internally challenge yourself to follow this path that is your lesson in this life, to try new things, to take risks, okay? To kind of embrace this curiosity despite what you initially feel. With the fifth chakra as well, you could feel like the way that you communicate gets you into trouble or gets you into situations where you don't really know how to get yourself out of it until you're catapulted in the opposite direction. And I want to say that for a lot of you, there could be a lot of blockage in your throat chakra, only because you're choosing to sort of ignore your true essence. You can't understand what that true essence is until you dive deeper and deeper into the unknown. A lot of the time figuring out, who we truly are and what we truly resonate with comes from releasing these things from our past in order to move forward. You're not really going to know your soul, and you're not going to know your purpose here, and how it is that you truly wish to communicate with others, and how it is you truly feel safe, and what it is you truly feel, unless you commit yourself to loving yourself back home, loving yourself into your soul, into your entire being, into who you know that you are, but that maybe until now, you've been a little bit confused. And even with the citrine, it is a crystal for Gemini as well. So another thing that I'm really picking up on and feeling is problems with communication just internally. When your inner world is a bunch of mumbo jumbo and it's literally all scattered, and it's all consists of overthinking, thinking about the past and thinking about the future instead of staying grounded in the now, learning to accept the now and learning to bring your attention to what's happening in front of you is actually what's going to make you feel grounded into your body and into this reality, which is why you have the first chakra come up. And that is also why, you know, with the soul card coming out, the reason why I'm picking up on this energy of a very overactive crown chakra. You can't move up to the higher chakras until you become rooted and seated in the lower spaces. You must transmute the pain, the grief and the anger and the guilt and the shame that come from those spaces. And that's why we had this card here of forgiveness and being able to honor your true emotions. If your true emotions are hella dark, you have to sit with that. You have to, with the Four of Cups, sit there and contemplate on it, think about it, and don't overthink about it. Close your eyes and let the emotions run through you. If you feel the need to cry come up, crying is a great way to release. So that's really what I'm picking up for you guys. With the intimacy card as well, you could have problems in personal relationships. It could be with your family, it could be with friends or romantic partners. I'm really feeling it's because you're never able to establish a feeling of security and safety. And that makes you maybe over communicate and in a way where you're speaking from the overactive crown chakra. You're not speaking from your truth because you're a little bit uncertain about what that truth actually is, which can cause, I want to say, some kind of tension. Deep down inside, you know you have a burning love in your heart to share with others, and maybe there's just always misunderstandings that you feel are happening around you because you have yet to really dive into the best ways for you to see all sides, the best ways for you to become super open-minded. You can be open-minded when you feel safe. You can be open-minded when you feel secure in what you believe and what you think and what it is that you go through on a day-to-day basis. If you're unsure of even that, of even what it is that comes up for you and why it comes up for you, you know, it's going to be very difficult to express that to others. And I feel like that's why boundaries are so important for you guys. Because setting those boundaries with self is going to enable you to drop down into your body. I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself here, but that's really the most clear message I'm getting on how you can support yourself to get through these lessons in this life. With tenderness and commitment, we have the energy of tenderness activates our capacity to open our hearts and approach the world and each other with gentleness and care. So I'm seeing Mars for some reason. You could also be a pretty aggressive communicator, and it's not that you intend to be. It's just because that's just how it's going to come out. When you haven't nurtured your, root chakra, your sacral, and your solar plexus, how can you heal the heart when the heart doesn't even know what it wants and what it's experienced, what's created, that loving essence that is within you? To then go on to nurture the fifth chakra, how is that going to happen when you don't know what love looks like for you and why love looks that way for you? So with commitment, the frequency that supports our ability to devote ourselves in all aspects of our being, and with unwavering belief, like we have blue and red mainly standing out here. So it's really about nurturing your body in this life and doing self-care and doing things that are going to help you heal. They're going to help you heal from these, more negative aspects of yourself or things of the past that have caused you trauma and has built up, and probably not even in this life only, but in multiple lifetimes. So yeah, that's really what I'm picking up for you guys. Stay committed to yourself. Stay committed to think what Spirit is saying is you have to be honest with yourself. I think that deep down inside, you know, a lot of the times maybe when you're trying to escape or you're overthinking, there are thoughts that flow through you that maybe say, you know, is this really where I should be right now? Is this really what I should be thinking about? I know better than this. Part of my stomach. So trust those thoughts that come through, and trust the process and what it is that you can gain from being brave and moving forward with love and with strength from a newfound place that you will create for yourself, okay? So I'm just going to roll some numbers. So any of these numbers could be relevant, like 6 could be relevant, 4 could be relevant. We have 4 here, 4 if you add those, and we have 6, 26. I was gonna say 10 as well, because we have 3 and 7 there, so 10 could be relevant, and 1 could be relevant, okay. And then let's see for astrology, we have Taurus. Like I was saying, I was picking up on that very strongly. We have Cancer, and we have Leo. I'm gonna pull one more number since I did 3 there. 5. Oh, there we go. All right, you guys. So that's all for today's reading. I hope this was of some benefit to you guys. Hope you could take something away. I love you. Thank you for being here. Be sure to subscribe and thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, guys. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose this hematite crystal, then this is your reading. I'm just gonna put it right there. Okay, awesome. So just to break down the reading for you guys, we're gonna start off with what lessons you are learning in this incarnation. We'll start off with tarot and a bit of oracle cards, and then we will move on to what your guides and your angels recommend for you to support you through these lessons in this incarnation, okay? I'm gonna just set those aside right there. So let's hop right into it. Okay. So we have the 7 of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, the 10 of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I actually feel called to read from the little notebook on the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords in reverse. Good advice, counsel, instruction, slander, and babbling. Okay. So for pile 2, what I'm really picking up on here is there's something about looking for and seeking stability, but the stability may be coming from, okay, I get it. Pile 2, your lesson in this incarnation is to learn how to trust yourself entirely. So what I'm really getting here is that maybe you have people around you, friends, family, who you've known for a really, really long time. These people are going to say that they have your best interests in mind, that they care about you, and that they want to give you the best possible advice so you can have this 4 of Wands. But maybe these people are guiding you to gain this level of success or to gain this stability from places that you are not genuinely being called to yourself. I'm getting like kind of confused vibe. It's like, why are people telling me to do this or to follow through with this person or thinking that this person is good for me, when what ends up happening is that I'm left feeling hurt. I'm left feeling like they've taken more than I've been able to gain. Like you get yourself involved in situations with people. I want to say more so romantic partners for you guys, where thereafter you literally feel defeated, when all you really cherish and want is this Queen of Pentacles. In this lifetime, there could be some sort of karmic cycle that's happening with significant others. So it could be that like this is a form of like, this is like a place of peace for you. This is somewhere where you feel safe and you feel like, let me figure out exactly what I want to say here. Relationships with others give you a false sense of hope. They give you a false sense of stability. You're looking for what's going to make you feel like fulfilled, and you keep on going towards people that bring you good conversation, people that bring you, I almost want to say, a distraction from what it is that you really need to be focusing on. And what I feel like that is really trusting yourself and trusting your own intuition, becoming more clear with yourself about what it is that you really expect and want from life. Not so much from others, what you want from yourself. I feel like that's your lesson, to become self-secure. God, I'm thinking of a word in Bulgarian and I can't for the life of me think of the translation in English. It's like confident, sure in yourself, knowing that whatever next move, this is basically the translation, knowing that whatever the next move you make is, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be something that will benefit you. Instead of, asking other people's opinions, hey, what do you think of this person? Or what is the vibe that you got from this person? Or, do you think that they're good for me? Like, do they give you bad vibes? Like, first of all, pal 2, you should be able to do that on your own. You can do that on your own. It's just about really wanting to, and building up that courage and building up that strength to really operate from that space. But here what I'm getting is your lesson in this incarnation is not focused or geared around how can other people support you, or how can other people distract you from the pain that you feel, or from the pain that you're carrying around with you. It's more about you building a secure foundation for yourself in order to transmute that pain. And once you transmute that pain, you're going to be able to operate from a space of love, of compassion, from a space of security. I really resonate with you guys because I feel like for such a long period of my life, I was always seeking, I want to say, validation from other people. Should I cut my hair? Should I do this? Should I wear this shirt? Should I go out here this weekend? Should I do this? You have to know how to decide for yourself. When it comes to big and small, that's really what I'm picking up for you guys. You're asking other people to support you, even in minute, tiny things that, like, you would think that you would want to have the freedom to choose for yourself, but there's just a lack of security, a lack of feeling like you have the ability to do this. And I almost feel like I was initially picking up on this vibe of like people, like family, friends, like maybe they tell you like, oh, I have my cousin's friend or something, like he would be so good for you, like you should just try. And then you try and you feel so let down from the entire situation that you don't really know how to proceed forward. So what you do is you lean on other people yet again and be like, oh, this sucked, like how about another person, or how about something else? What do you recommend for me? And even the thing of you watching this reading right now too is like, I've never been called to say this before, but it's like maybe you need to watch less tarot readings. I recently got told something similar as well. So it's like you really need to just like feel into yourself and figure out how you're going to build this connection with yourself. We have abundance in reverse. Okay, let's see. I just want to make sure it's all fitting. Okay. Gateway. Miracles. Success. And solitude. To all be even. So your lesson in this lifetime, you're going to feel at a loss if you're constantly putting yourself in situations that other people are choosing for you. You need to find your own path. Being alone is what's really going to help you tune into yourself and into your body. You need to release these expectations and ideas of like, what am I gonna gain? Because the truth is that if you view life from a non-dual lens, everything is a win. Everything is something to gain from. Everything is something to learn from. It doesn't matter how it appears at face value. What matters is what's happening, what's causing the reality to appear that way. That's really where you're going to gain the insight from. You're blocking your own success and abundance because you're choosing to avoid figuring out what success and abundance looks like to you. You're following what other people are saying. But this is not your core essence. That's why you're being shown this 10 of Swords here with having difficulty when you try to do that. This is similar to pile 1. With pile 1, it was a little bit more extreme, I would say, in a sense where like they're gonna try and go against what they need to do, and they're literally gonna get catapulted to the opposite direction. With you, I feel like it's not you getting thrown into the other direction. It's you kind of almost experiencing the same pain and the same stagnancy over and over and over again. You kind of just get left where you've chosen to place yourself. You've chosen to rely on others. You've chosen to take other people's word above your own. Through solitude, through journaling and reconnecting with yourself and figuring out who the hell you are and what you stand for and what you think love looks like and what you think a good person for you is and what color you like and what color you're gonna dye your hair or do your nails. It's through that you're going to open a doorway of miracles into your life. The success and abundance would flip right over, right side up. Because that's truly the power you hold. You by putting your decisions in other people's hands, you're essentially saying to the universe, I don't believe in myself. I don't believe in the power that I hold. But you are so powerful, pile 2. So powerful. You're like a master manifester, if you wanted to be. But you're leaving your manifestations up to other people, and Spirit is trying to show you through these situations having similar outcomes, if not the exact same every single time, especially with the pain that it causes you to feel, that this is not the path for you. You did not come here to live vicariously through others. You came here to live your life, to make your choices, ones that you felt are right for you. And even if then they end in the 10 of Swords, you know that you chose that. And that if you chose that, then there was still a great reason that you did. Not that you left it in the hands of somebody else and now you're feeling heartbroken. And so part of you maybe thinks, man, why did I ask them? Or why did I think that? Hey, excuse me, guys. Why did I think that, that was a good idea? And then repeating the cycle over again. You're going to know. You're going to know why you did that if you choose to make that choice for yourself. Hey, excuse me, God. So that's really what this is about. So let's see what messages we can get from your guides. I'm going to pull from these now and see how you can support yourself in becoming more sure of yourself in your decision making and of your wants and your needs and your success that's going to come from that. We have grace. So the frequency of grace supports our smooth adaptation to and anticipation of life's currents and changes as we evolve toward a higher version of ourselves on this earthly plane, bridging the divine with the human essence. Curiosity supports our intrinsic inquisitive nature, which is the necessary driving force behind any growth and evolution. Spirit is saying, be curious about taking a different path. Be curious about doing things the way that you haven't before. I just looked at my box. I see 999 could be relevant for you guys. Okay. 6 could be relevant here. Let's get more. Honesty. You need to be honest with self. You need to figure out what that means for you. Okay, let's get all of them out. Authenticity. Oh, there it is. In reverse. And then I'm going to do transparency in reverse here. You can see all of it. So what this is really showing me and telling me is that you're not operating from a place where you even know who your authentic self is. So there's no way for you to be transparent. There's no way for you to be honest even in these connections. Like, I feel like if people are setting you up with others, it's like, okay, you get into it and now what? Who even are you? Like, do you know yourself? Do you know what you want to say to this person? Do you know what you even feel for this person? Do you know why things don't work out? Do you know at all what causes you to be in this situation? It's like you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be transparent with yourself as to, you know, what are you really doing to bring good things into your life? You. Who are you? I would recommend for you to start asking the question why to yourself for everything. That's what helped me personally. Figure out, who am I? What am I doing here? How do I make choices that I know benefit me and make me feel good and bring me in the right direction? Is by asking why. Why do I do this? Why do I lean on other people even if it's for the slightest thing? Why do I not trust myself? I'm curious. You have to show curiosity. You have to be curious and honest about where you are in order to then be transparent to then manifest your authentic self, because your authentic self will come through solitude and contemplation on your own, which will bring about miracles of success and abundance in your life. Read. Maybe you like reading, maybe you don't. Spirit is saying reading can really support you. Your angels are really showing me books. What else? Reading and writing. You have a talent for analytical skills here. Fire sign could be relevant. I just got that. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could have Scorpio in your chart. Scorpio moon or rising. With this hematite too, it's like we need to purify the unpure away. And the way that I'm seeing it, not that this is how the objective reality is like the impurity is the way that others taint your existence, the way that others' opinions and thoughts are infiltrating your mind and leaving you with a certain impression of how things should look or what things are going to be like or what's best for you. You need to evolve into this higher version of yourself by being transparent with yourself, by being curious. And I'm not really sensing fear here as much as I'm sensing like this is just what you've gotten used to. So I feel like you haven't even fully been able to, you know, you haven't maybe been asking yourself, why is this the case? So you haven't even like, I want to say, scratch the surface of what causes this behavior. It's like you're just operating from this space and you don't know like these deeper feelings of like fear and shame and guilt maybe haven't come up yet for you because you haven't really been curious enough about them. These are parts of you too. These parts of you need to be explored and nurtured. There's something so valuable and important that you can gain from being curious in this way with yourself. So I'm gonna pull, or not pull, but I'm gonna roll these die. We'll do 3 times. So first we have the number die. We have 10, like right here. So 10, 1 could be relevant, similar to pile 1. And we have 3. Okay. Now I'll do astrology die. We have Gemini. What the? Oh, Pisces. I thought I got the wrong die for a second. And Taurus. Okay. So I hope this reading resonated with you guys. I hope you were able to take something away from it. Thank you so much for being here. If you liked the video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It definitely will help me connect better with you guys in the future for future pick-a-cards. But yeah, thank you for being here. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye.